Yo, what is going on, guys? HaupCOD here, and in today's video I'm going to be going through all of the information that we know about Call of Duty World War II going into E3. E3 is happening this weekend, which is going to be like June 10th or something like that, the weekend of June 9th or June 10th or something like that. So yeah, just know this going into this video that if you guys are watching this at a later date, the information might be like more updated or whatever, so there might be more information leaked out. So just know I am posting this before E3, and I just kind of wanted to do this as a recap video going into the weekend, just to kind of like recap all the information we have so far and then what you guys can look forward to in the weekend. Before I do get into the video though, I just wanted to say, if you guys are interested in any free gift cards or stuff like that, where you guys can get like PSN money, Xbox money, Amazon money, just a whole bunch of like different types of gift cards that you guys can get for free with this really cool app that I know, be sure to go check out the link in the description and you guys can go do that there. And also, I just wanted to say thank you guys also so much for 72,000 subscribers. It's crazy how well the channel has been doing as of recently. So if we could keep that support up, that would be greatly appreciated. Now, without further ado, let's get into the information. So there's two things here. There was a Q&A recently with the guy that works for, I'm mind-boggling his name right now, Glenn Schofield. So yeah, Michael Him and Michael Condrey, those are the two guys, and for me that is so confusing because there's Michael Schofield in Prison Break and I just got finished watching that. So yeah, let me know in the comment section if you guys have been watching that. But anyways, that's completely off topic. Anyways, so yeah, there's a Q&A with those two guys, and then also there's a little bit older information like before this interview. So yeah, I'm just going to go through the details that we had before the interview, and then we're going to do the stuff in the interview. So before, just for like actually purchasing the game, we know there's going to be 3 editions like every single year for Call of Duty. There's a base edition, a digital base edition. Pretty much what this means, base edition, is when you get like your regular just disc copy, no fancy cases or whatever, just like the regular case or whatever. And then digital base edition is just like when you're doing it online, so it's exactly the same thing. And then there's 2 other versions. There's the digital deluxe edition, which comes with the seasons pass and more. This, as I can like tell from the name, this is going to be the one that's going to be available for pre-order online. This is probably the one that most people, I guess, most Call of Duty players would be getting. Probably the one I'm going to be getting, because number one, I really hate dealing with CDs. Now that we can just download games, it's so much better. And yeah, not really trying to like worry about breaking my CD or whatever. And also, you can download it as soon as, like, even before the game releases. So you can have it pre-downloaded, you can be ready to play, and you don't have to go out to the store or anything and actually like purchase the game. It's so much easier just to do it all at home. That's the one I'd recommend for you guys. But there's also the Pro Edition that comes with the Seasons Pass, collectible steelbook, and like whatever like bullshit in real life Call of Duty items they decide to throw you. Like, you know how in Black Ops 2 there was like that RCXD and like the care package and stuff like that. So that one's just like if you're a super hardcore Call of Duty fan and you want like all those in real life stuff. Like, if you guys want to go for that one, you can, but I'm just saying, it's not, I wouldn't say it's really worth it, you know? So anyways, that's for the pre-orders, and I'm pretty sure you guys can pre-order as of watching this video early June. So yeah, you guys can definitely pre-order if you guys do want to, or if you guys obviously want to wait for E3 and stuff like that just to see more information about the game, you guys can also wait and see which one you guys want to get later on. So anyways, multiplayer elements that have been confirmed. There's a war game mode. This narrative driven mode brings a gripping new layer of excitement to Axis versus Allies team play. So there is war game mode in like Call of Duty World at War. What a coincidence. So yeah, I would assume that this is just going to be like another game mode, just kind of like that, and like a new layer of excitement. Like, wow, really haven't heard that one before. So I'm assuming this is just going to be just the war game mode returning. Next, we have the one that has been creating a whole bunch of controversy, and what actually kind of sparked me to make this video is Division's a new approach to create a class and character customization as you enlist in a division and progress through the ranks. There's going to be more about this in the interview, so I'm just going to say that for now. I'm going to talk about that whole create a class and division system later on in the video towards the end, so stay tuned for that. And then also there's going to be Headquarters, a brand new social feature for Call of Duty where you rally and interact with your fellow soldiers. Alright guys, I just noticed something really quick here, that this is actually called Headquarters, what I just read the description of, but my mind kind of blocked it out when I was recording this video. So if you guys ever hear me refer to hub or the training ground later on in the commentary, which I am, just know I'm actually talking about headquarters. Anyways, let's get back to the commentary. I have a video clip that I'm gonna play in a couple seconds, which kind of just goes over it, or if there's no audio for it, I can't remember if it had audio or not, I might just play it in the background of this. But yeah. Anyways, what it pretty much is you guys are going to be like kind of in a, I'd say like a training camp look setting type of thing, and that's probably where you're going to be able to edit your divisions and stuff like that. It's kind of just like an in-between screen. If any of you guys play like NBA 2K Park, it's pretty much when you're just kind of like running around in the park and you're kind of like waiting to get onto a game or whatever, or like your My Court or something like that in NBA 2K. So yeah, if you guys haven't played NBA 2K, you guys should be pretty familiar with that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the multiplayer elements that were confirmed before any of that interview. So next, I have a little bit of more information on multiplayer. A little description they gave out was a World War II multiplayer game. World War II multiplayer engages players grounded, fast-paced combat across many of World War II's most iconic locations. Players will also enjoy exciting new ways to interact and socialize with their friends and the Call of Duty community. So that's pretty much just a summary of what we kind of just talked about. It's going to be boots on the ground, finally. They've been kind of hyping themselves over that for pretty much this whole game, all the information they've been releasing, and like kind of been asking it for 4 years. So, you know, congrats. You guys are sick guys. But I don't know, good to see that they're finally doing it. And also Call of Duty community, they're probably kind of just talking more about the actual like hub area or whatever you want to call that, like the training ground where all of you guys can be able to like interact and stuff like that. And it would be cool to see if within that training ground, like let's say you could host your own little training ground, you guys could do like kind of like mini games or whatever, like you know how in Modern Warfare 2 and like COD 4, I'm pretty sure COD 4 had it too, where you guys had like the little obstacle course. Let's say you could like do that with your friends or something. That would be a really cool idea for that kind of like little mode right there. And then also high octane cooperative Call of Duty. This is obviously talking about like the third mode, because there's campaign, multiplayer, and then the third mode, whichever like shit Call of Duty decides to pull out of their ass. So the description for this is World War II's cooperative mode unleashes a new and original story. Play with your friends in this next level standalone game experience full of unexpected adrenaline pumping moments. So it seems like this is going to be kind of like what we had before with like the co-op missions and stuff like that in Modern Warfare 2, because in MW3 there were like missions and stuff like that, but they also had like that whole survival game mode and stuff like that. This seems like it's going to be kind of just like a co-op campaign, which to be honest in my opinion is kind of disappointing, because why not just make the single player campaign, like take out the fact that it's single player, make that one co-op or single player, like whichever one you want to do, and then just do like something completely separate for the third mode. That's just my personal opinion, but then again, we are dealing with Call of Duty here, and yeah, so I don't really work for them. So anyways, getting into the interview, the first question that was, by the way, this is kind of like, I think it was like a Twitter or Facebook Q&A or something, so these are just like random people asking questions, and they kind of just like choose whichever ones they want to answer and stuff like that. So yeah, here is the first question. Are they covering all theaters of war or just Europe? We focused on the European theater of war because we wanted to deliver a deeply personal story that conveyed what it was like to be a soldier in those ranks at that time. In order to tell that story, we need to focus on a tight-knit group that started together, fought together, and struggled together over an extended period of time. I kind of get this, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to make you feel almost as if you're like the soldier or whatever. So I really don't have a problem with this. Good on Call of Duty for doing this, and yeah, it kind of sucks that we can't go like, you know, across to like different countries and see what was happening, but then again, Europe was kind of like the center of attention for World War II, so it wouldn't really even make sense that much. So yeah, and then also another paragraph which led us to the first, fighting first, perhaps the most famous infantry division in all of US military history. Their story was a perfect narrative vehicle because it covered a massive amount of ground in the European theater, and they were involved in some of the most iconic battles of World War II. We wanted to tell that story, and we wanted to tell it well. So Call of Duty is still going to be focusing from the American side, so all of you like crazy American patriots or whatever, I don't know what to call you, but yeah, so this is definitely going to be a American-led story, even though most of World War II kind of like happened without you guys. You kind of just came in at the end, but maybe my 60, you know, history won't cut my knowledge on that, you know? Like a little history lesson here. Next question. During the campaign, will you stay as one character or will you go through multiple? The story follows Red Daniels and his squad, so I'm guessing Red Daniels is going to be the main character you're going to play as. Just kind of saying that out there, so leaked information, we know the main character's name in campaign. Sick. Red grew up on a farm in a small town, and his journey is one of personal growth that takes us through some of the most dramatic and iconic moments of the war. He is a young recruit who is seeing his first real combat during the invasion of Normandy. While the main story will follow Red, you will play as a few other characters Red encounters, including a female French resistance fighter named Roseau. I dropped French after grade 9, so I'm sorry if I got that wrong, but yeah. So what do we get from this? Red Daniels is the main character you're going to be playing as, but there are also a couple other players you're going to be able to play as, and also you get to play as a girl. Sick. Alright, next question. What sort of unique single player features will there be? Will there be interacting with the environment and vehicles in meaningful way during the campaign? Good question. In our story, you'll notice a big emphasis on teamwork. Sick. Like, it's a single player mode, but you're focusing on teamwork. Alright, we'll see. You will learn to rely on your squad mates, and they will rely on you. This is what I don't like, because I'm really not trying to rely on AI players. You know what I mean? Like, this whole mode, they're building it up to be like a perfect co-op campaign. You can rely, like, let's say you're playing 4 people in a squad and you're doing the campaign missions, and it's kind of like GTA, except like pretend that like one person is Franklin, one person is Michael, and one person is Trevor, and you guys could rely on each other. But they're kind of making it into like GTA campaign, as in like some of it is going to be AI controlled, which I really don't like. But you know what, it's whatever. For example, you'll see features like ammo toss and health packs, and we'll be revealing other new innovations as we get much closer to launch. So pretty much what there's going to be is you're going to be able to press like up on the D-pad or something, and then Red or the French girl Roseau is going to toss you an ammo pack. That's pretty much the idea I'm getting from that. Like, I guess that's cool, because you don't really have to like go to pick up ammo and stuff like that anymore, so they're pretty much just making the game more lazy for you. But you know what? It's cool, interesting. And health packs. Sounds interesting. Furthermore, the mechanics and physics of the vehicles will be more realistic. AI is another area of focus, and with the new squad mechanics, we wanted smarter characters that interact with you in a more realistic and meaningful way. Just to reiterate my point again, do you know how smart the people could be if they were people you were talking to with the mic and they weren't computer generated? Just saying. But anyways, next question. Will we see a variety of nations in multiplayer? And if you guys are kind of confused by this question, it's like in Battlefield, like the two teams sometimes is like China against USA and stuff like that. So, and especially since this is World War II, instead of having like these secret name like Black Ops teams or whatever, like, okay, obviously not Black Ops because of World War II, but you guys kind of get what I mean by like those like special force names or whatever. This is actually going to be like country against country, because that's how it was obviously back in the day. And then what Michael Condrey says, yes, World War II was a global conflict that affected nearly everyone on the planet. Men and women of all nationalities contributed to the effort in many important ways. Our game showcases a broad and diverse ensemble cast in all modes of play. So yeah. And I'm pretty sure you get to play as male and females. I think they get into that a little bit later, but I'm pretty sure you can play as females again. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Bringing back that women power into Call of Duty. I rate it. Okay, next question. Will there be any new game modes in multiplayer, or maybe even bringing back search and rescue or blitz? Who asked this question? Like, this man's talking about 2 game modes that were in Call of Duty Ghosts. Like, whoa, sick guy. In developing the combat for Call of Duty World War II, the key word was grounded. We looked at it like a return to the roots of the series, a chance to revisit what made Call of Duty a cultural milestone, an old school battle that takes advantage of new gaming technology. So just to take something from this is like 3 paragraphs, and that's just the first one. We're going to take a look back, or a chance to revisit. I don't really like this, because when you say revisit like this, it kind of sounds like when you're going to like where you used to live, or like you're going back to your old school, you're revisiting. This sounds temporary. Not many people like the wall jump, so I'd like this to be a permanent moving back into my elementary school, please, Call of Duty. Anyways, next paragraph. I'm super excited to talk about more multiplayer, but it's not time just yet. What can I say is, expect authentic World War II weapons, iconic battle locations, and a ton of new ways to compete. We're even working on a new way for players to interact in a social space that is brand new to Call of Duty. So that's, again, relating to the thing, whatever you want to call it, like the hub, the training ground. I'm just gonna call it the hub. So yeah, where you and your boys are gonna chill at the hub, you know. And next paragraph. Also, one of the most exciting new modes in our multiplayer experience is War Mode, which we can talk about a bit. The goal with War Mode was to create new ways to immerse players in iconic PvP World War II battles. Isn't that what Call of Duty is supposed to be? Alright, okay. War Mode is just that, a narrative-based mode where allied and Axis soldiers clash in team-driven assault and defend gameplay. Okay, so it's like search and destroy or demolition. In the fights for strategic objectives. Ooh, you gotta plant the bomb. Whoa. We partnered with Raven Software for development on War Mode. It's a fun new mode and an important component of bringing our overall vision to life. We couldn't be more excited to be revealing several of our new multiplayer features for the first time at E3. Okay, I know I was kind of making those like silly comments in between, but really what I think this is going to be like is this is going to kind of be like missions. I don't know if you guys have played like Grand Theft Auto when you would play like those last team standing type of missions. I feel like it's going to be something related to that, where it would be like two teams going against each other and there's like a big kind of objective you actually have to do in the middle, whether it be plant a bomb or something like that. But it's obviously going to be it's probably going to be a little bit more complicated than just playing like demolition or something like that, or domination. So it's cool, but it's like alright, you know, it's kind of just whatever. And by the way, guys, I'm going to leave the link to these two articles in the description down below, because in case you guys can't understand my voice and actually want to read these paragraphs for yourselves, yeah, be sure to do that, because I know I'm kind of a retard when it comes to reading. Anyways, final question: what will the create a class system be in multiplayer, and will we see never before seen perks? Alright, so I was actually watching some other YouTubers, I can't remember who right now, but someone was also like referring to this question, because this is like the big topic, create a class system. Why would you ask that in the first place? And will we see never before seen perks? I've never really experienced a Call of Duty where we've had like no new perks, so honestly, man, you gotta be better with your questions. So just my personal opinion, you know, gotta strategize your notes. But anyways, the answer is we're days away from E3 2017, and the team at Sledgehammer Games can hardly wait to share more on our multiplayer plans. Like, just fucking throw us a curveball and a half. Like, so unrelated. Get to the point. We're particularly looking forward to revealing more on Divisions, as we were talking about earlier. That's not actually in the quote. I'm saying like we read that in the previous article. So going back to that, I'm going to make some more comments on this, because this is a hot topic. Divisions. This is going to be a big topic in Call of Duty. Divisions fundamentally redefines how players invest in their multiplayer soldier career, replacing the create a class system. Okay, whoa, all right. Create a class system is gone. Those titles weren't clickbait on those 2K, on those 2,000 subscriber channels YouTube videos that were saying create a class is gone. Oh my god. Whoa. Alright, create a class system, replacing the create a class system. Create a class, bye-bye. Players choose from 5 iconic World War II divisions, each with specific basic combat training, division training, and weapon skills. We think it'll intrigue Call of Duty series veterans, and we can't wait for our fans to see it for themselves. Alright, here's my take on this. Divisions, pretty much where you're gonna, it's kind of like, to be honest, guys, I haven't played a single game of Infinite Warfare, so I'm not sure if this like this, and I hope I don't get this wrong, but in Infinite Warfare, you have like your separate soldiers, which are on like those separate teams, and you can like switch between them and you level them up. I think there's going to be some relation to that, as in like the fact that you're going to be switching between divisions, supposedly, in this, and then in Infinite Warfare, I don't know what it's called, like teams or your squads, or I don't know, something like that. So anyways, you're going to be like rotating between like different characters and stuff like that, which, to be honest, I think it's kind of overrated, because you're already you already have your base account, like your PlayStation Network account or your Xbox account, but under your account you have multiple profiles which you are leveling up. And to me, that, like, I don't really get the point of that. Like, it just seems so extra, but you know what? That's just my take. And, okay, so you got that. You're going to be leveling up all these different characters. And then also with that, you're going to be like training and getting weapon skills and stuff like that, which pretty much just means you're going to be like training your guns. You're going to be ranking up your guns, whatever you want to call it. So, to be honest, I don't like, this is kind of exactly the same as Create a Class if you think about it, because for the past couple years, like Black Ops 3, I know for sure, and I don't know which other games because I haven't really played many. Like BO2 also had this where you level up guns to earn attachments. Is probably how you're going to earn attachments. To me, I see way too many like similarities to the Create a Class system to think that we're actually getting a whole new thing. The one thing that intrigues me is basic combat training and then like division training, because weapon skills and stuff like that, it's kind of just whatever. But if we're not doing things with our actual weapons, I want to see what this basic combat training in, because if this is like some bullshit ring around the rosy course or whatever, when you're like hopping on stuff and like shooting like those little pop-up guys, like I don't really like that. That's kind of something more for the hub, or the, you know, like where you're hanging out with your friends. I don't really like this as like a part of your multiplayer character. Just my opinion. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this. This Division's replacing Create a Class system is definitely going to be very controversial in my opinion. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Wow, this is a long video. To be honest, I recorded a 20-minute video, but on YouTube I might end up loading like a 12-minute video. It really depends on what information I actually do end up leaving the video. So yeah, just know your boy HaupCOD is back out here grinding these videos. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to slap a thumbs up on it. That would be 100% greatly appreciated. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Just, you know that little like button? Click it. That'd be sick. And also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's kind of weird. I'm uploading COD videos again. I know. HaupCOD uploading COD videos. Whoa. Yeah, to be honest, I haven't played COD like at all this year. I have been playing NBA 2K, and earlier in the year I was playing FIFA. So, you know, I took a little bit of a break from Call of Duty, to be honest. If any of you guys have been playing Call of Duty over this past year, because this has been a pretty shit year for Call of Duty, can't lie. Let me know how it's been. If you guys are watching the gameplay in the background, I might end up throwing like just something that's not Call of Duty, because I played a couple games and I was just so bummed, as you guys can see like my aim in these gameplay clips in the background. So yeah, I do apologize if my aim is just absolutely terrible and it's unwatchable, but you know what you guys could have done, is just close your eyes and listen to my horrible voice. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a great day. Peace out.